Hello, this is Richard from MoneyScope, and today we're going to look at our Meet a Goal feature. So we've got a client set up here in MoneyScope already, Robert Martin, who's 63, recently retired. He's got £367,000 current savings and investments. He's got three sources of pension income, two of which are starting straight away, and his state pension starts at 65. And he's got regular expenditure of £26,500, going up by 4% a year, which is 1% above our default rate of inflation. And he's planning to spend £15,000 at age 65 on a nice trip to Australia. So if we click through into the planning screen, we can see this all looks quite nice actually. He starts off at £367,000, comes down at age 99 to £260,000. So he can comfortably afford his planned lifestyle and still have plenty of money left in the bank at the end of the forecast. However, Robert's turned around and said actually he'd like to give some money away to his children to help them get settled financially, and he wants to work out how much he can afford to give away when he's 65 without his savings and investments falling below £100,000. So we can use the Meet a Goal tool inside here. So we click into it, and let's get the target value of savings to be 100,000. And we want to do that by, in this case, taking capital away at age 65. And we simply click the Go button, and there we go. The answer is he can afford to give them £86,040 in today's terms at age 65 and still have £100,000 left at age 99. And that's the revised forecast inside the system. So we can save that as a new scenario. Let's call that Gifts to Children. And we save that, and there we go. We've got a new scenario created that's got all that information inside there, and we can see here at age 65, we did have £15,000 for the Australia trip. We've got another £86,040 now. So that's saved into MoneyScope as a new scenario. Let's just show you another one. We'll go back to the original scenario. Here we go. So let's just say that Martin has done a risk profile questionnaire, and it's come out that he's got a balanced risk profile, and so we've assumed a long-term net return of 5% a year. But Martin said to you, well, actually, I'd like to take a bit less risk if I can. Can you tell me what rate of return I need to make sure I can afford my planned lifestyle and still end up with £100,000 minimum value inside the forecast? And we can do that inside the Meet a Goal feature. So we simply click inside here, put in the £100,000 again, and we want to change the net investment return. If you're not sure what these options do, just click on the help link, and a little pop-up will tell you what's going on. So we're going to change the net investment return. Click Go, and here you can see it comes down from 5% to 3.75% a year. So we could save that as a new scenario, and you see the chart's been adjusted accordingly, and that shows Martin he could take a bit less risk and still afford his lifestyle over the long term. If we want to try something else, we could work out how much more he could afford to spend, let's say between now and age 99. So we try that scenario, and that shows he can actually afford to spend an extra £3,119 between now and age 99 and still end up, we can see the chart, with the value of his savings never falling below £100,000 a year. If I don't like any of these answers and I want to go back to tweaking the variables, just click on the button there, and I can drag the sliders around and I can do things manually however I want to change it. And we can always go back into the scenario screen and see the different scenarios we've created using the Meet a Goal tool to solve any particular issues or meet any objectives. We hope you find that useful, and thanks for using MoneyScope.